Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers. Got my little Riley boy here, he's just got off the old bus. I wanted to do this intro before I did the video. The video's already been done, but I wanted to catch Riley before he went and had his dinner and went off to bed because we've got a few bits to open up. Today we're going to be looking at the little tiny generator that Snobby Scrap Picker, who has got his own YouTube channel. Go and check him out. He turned up on my last live stream, which I do between 6:30 and 9 o'clock on a Saturday night UK time. He just rocked up in the old shack, didn't know he was coming, and he brought down one of those little tiny camping generators, absolutely broken to bits and what have you, and beaten up, and we're going to be taking a little look at that today. Hopefully we can get it to run, and if we can, just goes to prove that people just throw stuff out for not a lot of reason, but we'll have a little look a bit later on. If this is your first time in watching Micks Mowers, hit the subscribe button, whack your bell, set your notifications to all. That way you'll be told, one, we've done a video, or two, we're on our Saturday night live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time, as I just said. So before we get down and dirty, I do have quite a bit to go through, so please bear with me. The first thing is, I'll try and muddle through some of it. The first thing is someone's gone on me Amazon, tissue. Someone's gone on my Amazon wish list and bought me a 6-pack of workshop rags, or workshop blue roll. That's the second lot I've had. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got about 13 rolls now. Lovely. So that's really, really good. I don't know who it was. There was no name with that one. The second one I've received is a 20-kilo bag of rags. Again, no name of this one. Someone just sent me some a little while ago, but I don't know if that's the same person or if that was you. Again, no name of this one, so please just let me know in the comment section if it was you, or if you'd rather remain anonymous, that's absolutely fine too, no problem. So thank you very much for that. Then we got a card. This is just this second turned up through the door, literally just this second. It says on here, Merry Christmas to our special friends, wishing you a season of sparkle and happiness. To Mick, Mrs. P and family, Merry Christmas from Tim and the boys. So that's from Tim Grass Cutter Man. Go and check him out to make sure there's no money in there. No? Okay, Tim. Thank you very much, Tim. Much appreciated, mate. Only joking. Love to see a card. Thank you very much indeed. Have also been given another card that come through the post just the other day. I'll read it out, buddy. You have a little problem with reading, don't you, unfortunately? That's not a problem. What's it got on there? Penguins. And this card is blank. No, it's not. To Mick, Mrs. P and Riley, wishing all a very Merry Christmas. Love, Mike, Helen and kids. Thank you very much indeed for that. Got a nice little card there with penguins on the front. Super, super cool. Next thing is, I've got a sticker. This has been in my shed for about 3 or 4 weeks, and this is Dick's Small Engine Repair. Dick, I did forget, mate, it's been sat up there for a little while, but there's a nice little sticker from Dick Small Engines, which is fantastic. No problem, buddy. We've got another parcel here. This is for me and you. This has come from Mend It Man's channel. Yes, buddy?
It's from Anna.
This is from Mend It Man.
Yay.
Let me just open this one up a touch. He does come on my live chats. Doesn't come in the
Sure.
Doesn't come in the panel quite on the panel quite so much, but I think he's looking to do it at some point.
Daddy?
Yes, buddy.
I show him. I'm going for him on my stream with us.
He was on my live stream when I very first started, but I think he's looking at getting some better internet. So this has come from Mend It Man. What have you got in there for you? Careful, careful. Oh, we've got some Kinder eggs for Riley boy. Cut the Kinder eggs. Careful, careful. Cut the Kinder eggs for Riley boy. Fantastic. Hang on 2 seconds. Let's have a look there. And he's also he sent me a little one. He sent me some some extendable drill bits and what have you. Drill bit attachments, snap-on drill bits. They're cool. How many in there? 54 bits. Super happy with that. So I've got some drill bits, attachments, Torx, Phillips and what have you, all colour-coded with some extension bars as well. Fantastic. Cheers for that, Mr. Mend It Man. Much appreciated. That's that one. Yeah, I've got more. This one has come from...
Me.
This is for you. Yeah, open that one up. This one has come from the Scrap It Man. Now, I do believe there's another parcel on the way for Riley, but it has not yet turned up. It is late. But I thought I'd try and get this video done. And if it turns up later on, Gaz, then I'll show it a bit later on, mate. But I'm running a bit late with time to get this one out before Christmas. So, you got a little parcel there. I'll take that one out there, buddy. There you go. Take that out. Cool. I'm making a right mess down here, Riley boy. What have you got there, mate? Unwrap it that way. There you go. Have it unwrap. Cool. What have you got? You got a little Alf drinking bottle. How cool's that?
That's the same.
You got one. You got one. What at school?
No, it's teaching.
Fantastic. So it's got 2 of these now. Absolutely brilliant. He's got a Elf drinking bottle. Fantastic. That's cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Mend It Man, for not Mend It Man, Scrap It Man, for that. Yeah, one more here.
Daddy.
This one is from the same people.
Okay.
This is from, I've got to turn it open, mate.
Okay.
This has come from Scrap It Man also. This is, I believe this one is for me and Mummy, but you can open it. Yeah. Ooh, proper chocolates. I've got a note in this one, I think. Possibly. Is there a note in it? Yeah, there's a note. Merry Christmas to Micks Mowers household from Scrap It Man and family. And we got some Ferrero Rocher there. Absolutely. Chocolate. Oh.
Daddy.
Absolutely my favourite. So I like the white ones and the normal ones.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You do it. You do it.
Daddy.
We're getting there.
Daddy.
Got a parcel here. This has come from
Me.
From Retro Restore, Retro Hacks, Butler's Empire channels. This one is for Daddy. Oh, you've got another parcel to open up yet. So he's I sent him and Sharon, his wife, his gorgeous wife and what have you, kids over there, a little parcel. He put just a little something for you and Riley, boy, for the festive season. All the best. Retro Restore, Retro Hacks, Butler's Empire, aka Martin and Sharon. From Mr. and Mrs. Butler. Fantastic. So Martin has sent me...
A mask.
No, not a mask. What's he sent me here?
A tea.
Oh, cool. This is off my Amazon wishlist, I believe. He sent me a complete proper set of feeler gauges. My other feeler gauges were a little bit worn out and didn't have as many on there. So he sent me a complete set of feeler gauges. Fantastic. Thank you, Martin, my friend.
Daddy.
Yep. We're getting there. We're getting there, buddy. Honestly, we are getting there. He's also sent me... Oh, cool. I've wanted these for ages. These will come off my Amazon wish list also, and these are the little step drills. You put them into a drill bit and you cut circles in them, so they're great for cutting holes in plastic and what have it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So they're super cool. I've got 3 different sizes there, so that's fantastic. Well happy with that. Comes with a little tiny pouch as well. Yeah. We're getting there. So they come in 3 different sizes. Super cool. Lovely, that's cool. And then the last one, this one is for Riley boy, and this is from Martin and Sharon as well. So there you go. Make sure the address isn't showing. There we go. Right, there you go. Bust that one open, boy. Do it all by yourself.
Hold on, guys.
Right then. What's in the bag? Here you go. Come on. Just tear the bag open, boy. There you go. Yeah, I'll try here, look. Try, hang on, try waiting. Let me just make a start for it. Right, now you're away. That's it. Well. Okay. You got a cardboard box. Oh my lord. But it's not a normal cardboard box. What is it?
Shut your eyes.
Shut your eyes. 1, 2, 3. What you got?
Again!
Oh my lord. Again, so Martin has been onto my wish list, and he's because the wish list is on there for Riley boy as well. Now Riley has already received one of these, but he has now just received another. Absolutely brilliant. This is the only chocolate or any type of sweet my boy eats. Doesn't eat? I know you don't eat sweets. You only eat these chocolates. So Martin has bought Riley boy. Martin and Sharon have bought Riley boy 48 Kinder Egg surprises.
What's that?
With all them toys in there, yeah. So now you've probably got about 60 left, I'd say, plus the 2 there from Mend It Man on top. You are going to turn into an egg.
No.
So fantastic. If anyone would like to send Riley boy a little card or something like that, just email me up. You can find my email in my About section or it's on my banner. Please feel free to check out my Amazon wish list if you want to buy Riley boy a little something for Christmas. There's stuff on there, bits and pieces. It's mainly chocolate, okay, because he doesn't eat any other style of sweet. Yes.
I do myself.
In a minute. So feel free to knock yourselves out. Thank you very, very much. Scrap It Man, Mend It Man, Retro Restore, Retro Hacks, and Butler's Empire. Also, not going to open these now. These are from Snobby and Dusty. They turned up just the other day. There's a package here for Riley. To Riley, Merry Christmas from Snobs and Dusty. And to Riley, open this Christmas Eve. So that one you've got to wait for Christmas. And he's also sent us a big parcel, absolutely full of presents inside here. Bits and pieces for me and Mrs. P and for the whole family. And oh, there's just loads of stuff in here. So Snobby and Dusty, as always, You have excelled yourselves by thinking of me and Mrs. P and Riley Boy for Christmas. Can't believe it. Yeah.
I do myself.
In a minute. So that's it. We made quite a mess here, Riley. We've not even done a video yet. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for those who are thinking of me, Riley Boy and Mrs. P in this festive season, despite what is going on and around the world. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's try and fix this little tiny camping generator.
Yay.
Right, so here is the little home light 720 watt generator that Snobby Scrap Picker and Dusty Blonde brought down to my shack just the other day. It was found up London Way on the side of the road. Someone thrown it out. This was one of Snobby's street finds. He does. It looks like someone's hit the old pull cord assembly. That looks well battered. So I don't know if I can save this as of yet because the pull cord assembly is all smashed. So the first thing I need to do is to get this off, have a look into that and try and straighten this up. If I can straighten that up, then we can proceed with this this little job. If I can't straighten it up, we'll have to try and find a second-hand one of these, but they're going to be a bit hard to come by. So the first thing I need to do is I've got to remove 1, 2, 3. Possibly just 3 of those, maybe a couple more yet, we'll see. Look like to be 10 mils off of there. Let me grab my D-wall and we'll get cracking with it. As I say, because the pull cord's jammed, there's not a lot I can do with it as of yet. So it could be a very, very quick video until I find a spare. But we'll just see what comes with it, eh? Let's take all this off. That doesn't look fixed to there. There's one down here. Just like so. Is that going to come off? We've got a few more bits. Shouldn't have to take any more of that off. That should come out, methinks. I don't think these are fixed to it. I think it's just where it's been smashed. Let's take that off. See if that don't help matters. Oh, there's one up there. Here you go, one hiding. Alright, let's take that one off. I'll find where that went. We don't want to be losing no bits this early in the game, do we, Mick? Right, found it. So here's the pull cord assembly. As you can see, I think it will run, but this side's all been caved in. So I need to somehow just try and gently push all this lot out. What I don't want to do is I don't want to take the spring apart unless I know it's fixable. So I may have to do it yet. We'll have to see. I'm just going to tie this in a little tiny knot just here. I don't want that pull cord biting me in the hand a bit later on. So this is the side that's all been smashed up. And I'm just going to put that in a vise, squeeze that back, and just try and re-manipulate this to try and get a decent shape to it. Put that on the bench and just hammer that bit out. That crease will probably have to stay there, not what I can do with that. But if I can get this pull cord to do its job, then we're halfway home with regards just to turn the machine over. The machine does feel very, very like it might even be seized yet. We'll have to see. I want to put some oil down that head first before I do anything. So got a few bits to do. Pour some oil down the head, some WD-40 or something, just to try and supple that piston up and straighten that up. Once I straighten that up, I'll come back to you. Right, so I took the tank off, just 4 bolts. Let me remove that. There's water or petrol in there. We'll take that out in a minute. I want to get a bit of tissue just to get rid of some of this stuff that's here. We've got a dog end there as well, lovely. Bit of tissue in there and just quick blow off on here, and then I empty this tank out, see what's in the tank and see what condition the tank is in. And then the fuel line is broken anyway, that's already gone. So we've got a bit of repair there to do, and then once we've done that, we get a spark plug in it and just try and fire the machine over. Just want to hear it go pop. If it goes pop, we continue. If it don't, then we've just got a machine with good spares on it to put in the store. But hopefully we'll get this to turn over. Let's see. Right, so I've taken the tank off the machine. That's down here. I've given them a blow off. It's just 4 bolts that hold the tank on in place. The pull cord now actually works relatively well also. So that's good. We're good with that. So I'm happy there. It wants a bit of WD-40 in there maybe just to try and loosen up a touch. So I'll get a quick little blow off. What I'm now going to do, I'm now going to put empty this tank out, because this tank's got some stuff in it, probably water, but we shall see. The fuel pipe itself is actually broke. That's no good at all. Snobby said it's brand new because it's got a cover on it, which is not true. So let's now just remove that off. Oh, we've got bits of trees in here and all sorts. Oh, ain't very nice in here. That fuel was absolutely vile. Yep. Let's try and see if it run out the bottom of here. That might be better. Let's turn that on. Oh, there's water in there. Definitely water. That's definitely water there, without a doubt, 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn that off and I'll put that cap back on. It's filthy. And then I'm going to get a spanner, tip that up, and I'm actually going to undo that nut just there. Be about 14 mil, I'd say, something like that, 13, 14. 14 mil. And now we can really drain this tank out. Ah, my lord. Have it all out. Definitely had 2-stroke in there, but I can see water in there as well. I didn't get a full tank. Let's take that out. And now we can undo that fuel cap there. There's lots of stuff in here as well, let's see. That one's cleaning out. There's a little tiny filter here, which we need to remove, which are normally quite fiddly. Come on, baby, out you come. There it goes. That's one saving grace. It's got a filter. And the tank, actually, the tank looks really, really good. Really happy with the tank. I thought the tank would be a lot worse than that. So that was a good clean off as well. Don't want to introduce any more dirt into that. Let's just see if any of that is actually flammable. Or if it's actually no good. Yeah, not too bad. So that fuel there be disposed of correctly into my cleaning tub. I'll do that straight away before I continue, because I don't like having naked fuels about. So what I'm now going to do is, now I've got that done, I'm going to spray some carb cleaner down the head, get a spark plug for it, and we'll just try and pull it over and see if this machine won't start. So let me get rid of this fuel. I don't like having naked fuel about, and then we'll just try and get this machine just to make a noise. If it makes a noise, we'll continue, as I say. If it doesn't make a noise, then I don't know what we're going to do. Right, cleaned up. Let's put this in. Let's put a bit of carb spray in. I've got a second-hand plug here, just for now. Bit of carb spray. Let's put a plug in. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, lovely. Let's do that up. That's in. Let's just pull it over gently. Make sure we got enough clearance in there. Yeah, we have. Let's put that on. Right, quick little fire up. Turn it on. Just want to hear it pop. That's what I want to do. Yeah, we got a pop. Brilliant. So now we can move on. Super happy. Little tiny street find generator off the Snobby scrap picker. Hopefully we can get this machine now to run. Nothing to say yet that the generator side of it works. That might be why it's thrown out originally, but I'm suspicious because the fuel line's gone and the pull cord was broken, so it's a bit untoward. Normally you'll get lots of problems like that. So what I'm now going to do is disconnect the front of this, have this carburetor apart, find a fuel line. It's one screw there, that comes off, and there'll be 2 or 3 bolts. So I'll get that panel just loose so I can expose the carburetor, and then I'll come back to you. Right, just 1 screw there, missing a screw here, need to find one for that, and that panel come away. You've then got a couple of what's like 10 mils, one here. Are they 10s? That's a 10, that's a bit bigger. So this one here holds the carburetor on. So take those 2 off, and then you've got a little little plate that comes off with the flat side faces down. And then that could be a 12 in there then, possibly. One here. No, that might be 11 then. It's a bit of a weird size. Well, maybe it was a 10. Maybe I couldn't get in there with a 10. There you go. 10mm bolt there. That does that. Anything else? Anything else? Got a bit of a cover there going on. That comes away, good. That all comes away. I don't want to go too mad at this because I don't want to break any of the wire. One wire's just come off. Keep an eye on that, Mick. That's it. Will it bend up out the way, maybe? What we got? What we got? What we got? That'll be all right. We can do that. Push that into there. Just hook him up if I can. Okay, just take that back a bit so you can actually see a bit better as well. Now this carburetor should, he says, pull out. Oh, that's annoying. You've got to try and manipulate. Take that spring off first. That can come straight off. Right, little tiny lovely little carburetor onto the bench. Have a little look at it, and we'll go from there. But there's no point in even continuing with what was in the tank. I believe this to be at fault. So it all runs, but it's very, very stiff. So it needs a good clean up. So yeah, over the bench, quick little look. Right, I've got my carburetor. Let's get a bit of paper in the old tray. I'm not expecting to find any fluid in here because the carburetor itself was actually the fuel line was broken. Right, 10mm. On there, hopefully this will come off without causing too many problems like it's loose. Lovely. Got a gasket on there. Which way did that go? That gasket went on front side. Okay. A little tiny bolt there. Give that a gentle little tap. That comes apart. Yeah, a bit of something in there. That's not. Do you know what? It's not too bad. It ain't too shabby, people. Got a little tiny pin there. Let's try and remove that. Not too shabby at all. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. A lot worse. Let me get a pair of long nose pliers. Small ones from my mate Ken Small Engines, who has just reached 1,000 subscribers, but by the time he sees this video, he's probably up to about 10,000, which is good. Well done, Ken, me old mucker. Take that off. Take all that off. Take that off. That's it. Lots of oil residue in here in this carby. I'm going to remove that fuel line. I need to find a spare fuel line for this. Let's remove that. That can go. Lots of dirt. We've got a little tiny jet just here, which is beneath the tick over, which is at about 3.5 threads. So we'll just wind that in out the way. And then we'll take you out if you'll come out without snapping on me. Cool. There it goes. You're a bit careful because you just don't know how brittle this stuff is. It's been out in all weathers. That's the problem with it. Try and get that past that tick over. There it goes. Something like that. And we've got one here. Now that's at about 1 o'clock. That's one's all the way home. One. There's half. There's 2. There's 2.5. No, that was wrong. That's 2. There's 2.5. 3. 3.5 would do it. Remember 3.5, people. If you're not sure, make a note of it. Write it down. 3.5 there. Idle will be all right to do. No problems. We're happy with that. We've got a little tiny tube in there. That's got to come out here as well. That one's got to come out. Take that out. Now you can buy these carburetors brand new. I have bought them before and had good success with them too. A little tiny emulsion tube in there. It's going to be a bit of a pickle. Tell what we can do. I have got my new device, which should be in my carburetor kit drawer. Let's open these up. I've got those little tiny crochet needles on. Let's see if that's going to be a thing. My 2mm crochet needle. I'm going to put that up inside. It's going to be a bit too big, I think. But it'd be alright just to poke it down. It may be captive. We shall see in a minute. I don't want to drop down. So it may be captive in there. I'm not seeing it move. It's a very, very small emulsion tube is this. And doesn't seem to be moving. So I'm going to, do you know what? I'm going to leave it be. No point upsetting it. Let's get a bit of carburetor spray. Would be good. And we're going to start the cleaning process. Oh, WD-40, sorry. I don't use a lot of carburetor spray, do I? So we're going to run down to that emulsion tube, down to there. That's running through there, lovely. And we're going to go back into there as well. Oh, we like that. We're going to go into here, which is your feed in, out the needle end, back through the needle end. We like that. There's a hole down in there. Let's give that some. And that's running out of there. We like that. That can go back into there. We like that. There's one there and all. Let's have that one. There's one here. And there's one down inside here. Just about there. Lovely. In through that one. Down in through that one. That's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. That all ran quite well, to be fair. I was expecting a few glitches. Got a little tiny hole here. That's running not too bad. And one right down the end. Oh, that's right on the chops. We like that. I might have rimmed that one out slightly. Got another little jet just here. These ones that tend to plug. That's running okay. But I'm going to get my filing kit, which I always have to hand. And I'm just going to file that out ever so slightly. I would say file it out. Just going to remove some soft material. Go for a slightly bigger one. Out with two. That goes in there lovely. And just literally a bit of sideways pressure. Not too much. Just open that hole up back to where it was. We like that. Can't actually see the hole in there. Yeah, I can see it now. There it is. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to go into here. That's too big. Next size down. Oh, it's the smallest size I've got, which is super city size. Yeah, it goes in. We like that. Just open that back up. Yeah, we like that. That's good. I want to remove this one here, which is your flooding screw. These tend to snap. Oh my lord. Is that going to come or not? If this snaps, then it's game over, right? That's a problem. It's been in there so long. Let me get a little pair of mole grips or a little pair of pliers and just try and gently ease that out. Let's go for a small pair of pliers, might be best. I would like to have it out because I want to be able to flood this carburetor. Let's just get hold of it and just... it's going to go. I think it's gone. There's no need factory wound in like that. Let's go in there. It's been in there a while too, that has. Yeah, take that off. Give that a clean. Lots of oil in here. We'll take that out, put a bit of stuff through there. And that can then have a little tiny dry with a bit of blue roll, bit of the old magic roll. Let's give that a quick little tidy up. That's it. So bowl's okay. The bolt at the bottom, that ain't too bad. We're okay with that little tiny jet there. We're okay with that little jet there. That's done. The float just wants a bit of a clean. Do you know what, for a little tiny street fine snobby, that don't look too bad, bruv. Hopefully we get the electric side of it working too. That'd be lovely. Well, I think we're there. So I was going to put it in the cleaner based upon the state of the actual machine itself, but do you know what? I'm not going to bother. So what I'm going to do is just going to get a new bit of rag in here, and then we'll go for a reinstall. So give us 2 ticks, and I'll come back. Okay, we're back. Bit of new roll, just to stop any introduction of anything we don't want in this carburetor. Let's bring all the bits and pieces back to where we were. So happy. Roll my sleeves up a touch. Here's all my bits and bobs. So the first one to go in was that little kiddie there. That goes into there. Make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be. No, there's not. I'm not seeing anything. Screwdriver. And that was well seated. So we'll wind that in. Well seated, and then wind that out to there's about 3 or 4 threads hanging out the back of it. It's going to be about there. But this kiddie here, he went in there, didn't he? And he was about 3.5 turns, wasn't it? Something like that. So screw that in, and then all the way down to it's well seated. It's going to be about there. So there's your half, there's 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. That's about right. We can always adjust it if we need to later on, which is cool. Got a little tiny little jet just here. That one goes into there. My hands are too big. I'm going to get Riley down here. And that's well seated too. Happy with that. Tip it upside down. We've then got your float and your needle. Now that one needs to sit. There's a little tiny clip inside there, and the spring, and the needle's got a little tiny spring on it, that just sits inside that spring, just like that, so it hangs. Once you've got it hanging, tip it back, and then just seat it into its position. Just pass that needle. There it goes. Once it's in place, you can then put your pin in. Now, the last time I did one of these, I did it up too tight. And by doing it up too tight, I actually snapped the main part of the tube on the carburetor. I had to wait 2 weeks for a new carburetor to come. The carburetor was cheap, but I did it up way too tight. I was hanging off of it. What else we got here? That's the draining flooding screw. O-ring to go on. Bolt to go on. Now, just think about this before you put this down, okay? Because you need to think about where this flooding screw goes. So that goes like so. That's the front of the carburetor facing me. So you want to put this little tiny flooding screw around this side of the carby, so that when you don't have to remove all the cover to flood it, okay? So just bear that in mind. Put your bolt in. If you have it right around the front facing me, you can't get at it because of the panel. So just rotate it, just so you've got just enough to get a screwdriver in there a bit later on. Little 10mm. As I say, don't do them up tight because they snap. That'll do for now. I ain't going no more than that. I'm not scared, but I am scared. Do that up. Just well seat that, and then just back it off quarter of a turn, which is your flooding screw. So that's well seated, and just back it off quarter of a turn, just so you can move it later on. Okay. So apart from that, that's all working exactly as it should do. So hopefully now we can now fit this back to the machine. I want to spray a bit of WD-40 up in here because that was a little bit a bit stiff to move that old choke. That's doing a better job. And the throttle all works as well. Yeah, it's all nice and loosey-goosey. Right, back over to the machine and we'll fit this on. Need to find a bit of fuel pipe for it as well, and we'll fit it back to the machine. Okay, carburetor has now been fitted to the machine, and I've put the governor back on and just tweaked it back over again. That's all I've done. I put a new bit of fuel pipe on as well. So that's all pretty good. Behind it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to leave it be for now. If I get it run, I'll take it apart and give it a clean up, but we need to make sure we get it to run first. That's the main thing. So the cover can now come down. Take a bit of tape off, Mick. That'd help. A bit of tape off. That can come down. Put the choke or rev arm, throttle arm through and choke arm through. That goes from to there. Bring the fuel line up and try and marry some of this all up together. That's it, something like that. We're happy with that. Not pinching no wires where we shouldn't be. No, cool. Throttle now works much better than what it was, or the choke does much better than what it was. Happy with that. So we get 2 10mm. Sorry about my arm bending away. 2 10mm. Metal plate as well, don't forget. That goes on. So what I might do, I might drill a small hole just in here so I can get at that drain plug with my drill. Because you can't actually get in there. It's a bit of a poor design, to be honest. That can go on. That one on. And then you've got a 10mm. Goes into here somewhere. I can see the hole. Can't quite see it. And we'll pick it up as a touch. Where's my 10mm gone? There it is there. About there. Somewhere there. There it is. That goes on. So we're happy with that. That's all now in place. Super happy. Cover can go on. Give it a bit of a spruce at some point. That goes into there. Close that down. That's it. That goes onto that one. Flat-headed driver into there. So now what's left to do is I've got to put the tank on, which is the 4 bolts up the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, and connect the fuel line up just here. That's no biggie. So I'll get that done now. Probably off camera, just bolt it on and just hook it up. It's no biggie. You can understand where that goes yourself, not a problem. And I'll back in 2 ticks. Right, all back together. I did have a bit of a leaky carb, and all done was just tipped it up on its end and just undid the float bowl, and just give it the float a bit of a up and down movement, and it seems secured it. So I'll turn the fuel on. I'm not even trying to start it. Turn the fuel on. Hopefully we'll get no more leaks. It was just leaking out of the bottom out of here. So if it does leak, I'll just shut it off. But let's see how we get on. Fuel is turned on. Let's turn the machine on, which it is already. I'm going to try and run it first. I've got both my barn doors open, and the exhaust is putting straight out the door, and a nice breeze as well, so plenty of ventilation going on. On to choke, and let's see what we get, shall we? So it starts and turns off. That's the most important things. Anyway, because they are 2-stroke, and it hasn't been run for don't know how long. So let's just try and power something up, see what happens. Perfect. So it does want a good run. It's very smoky. What I do is I put a bit more petrol in there and just give it a darn good run. It might want a bit of a tune as well, but do you know what? For what it is, a street find scrap machine, considered no good. What do? We did a new pull cord fix on it, did that sort of stuff. It's had a new pull cord put on it itself. Pull cord mechanism sorted out. It's had a spark plug put in it. It's had a carburetor clean. Just your standard sort of stuff, really. So someone's thrown this out because it doesn't work. What a thing. This sort of thing baffles me. This thing would have been stripped down for a copper for Snobby scrap picker, but however, he decided to pop down on my last live stream and hand it over to me and said, there you go, here's a little gift for it, so you can't get it running. So this is probably worth, I couldn't tell you how much in scrap, probably about £8 at a push, I would say. That's a wild guess by the time we strip it down and all the time is put in for it. I put into this machine about half hour of my time, 30 minutes, and now it's worth around £50 to £70, somewhere in that mark. So quite happy. Let's try and fire it again. Lovely. As I say, it is a bit smoky, but it will clear. It's got a lot of old stuff in there, carburetor spray, WD-40 in there as well. That's all going to be burnt off yet. But super happy. Can't get over that. Lovely job. So there you go, bish bash bosh. Thank you very much indeed, Snobby Scrap Picker. If you haven't got Snobby Scrap Picker, go nip over to him. What he does, he drives around the street, picks up all types of bits of scrap, copper, aluminium. He's a scrapper by sort of trade. That's what he does. He goes into his workshop and he scraps stuff right down to bare materials, recycles it, scraps it all in, and that's how he does his YouTube channel. So go and check him out. He's a super cool fella. That's Snobby Scrap Picker. Go over there and tell him Micks Mowers has sent you. If you've not been over there, go and check him out. So thank you very much, Snobs. He turned up just last week on my live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. So on a Saturday night, he turned up with that out of the blue, didn't even know he was coming, and he said, is that any good to you? He dropped some Christmas presents off whilst he was here from a little Riley boy, which is cool, and some for me and Mrs. P, actually. So that's good. And within 20 minutes, sort of half an hour, that machine's now all up and running. And it also powers electrical items as well. That's generally the problem with these. People throw them out because the electrical side of it doesn't work. But I've always had good success with these. For what they are, they're not your Honda ones. You know the ones I mean. They're not like that, but they're just good enough. If you're just out and about, you want to boil a kettle, or if you want to just power a saw or grinder or something small when you go camping, they're absolutely fantastic for that. Little two-stroke machine. They take up no room at all in the back of your car, and they're good to go. So that will now go on its test. Just literally going to have to put it outside, fill the tank up, and just run it. Get that smoking to stop. I might have to tune the carburetor just a touch, just to run it a bit leaner. But we shall see. I'm not quite sure who's been in there. Maybe the fiddle fairies have been in. But overall, super happy. Another piece of equipment taken off the street, which is heading for landfill or to be scrapped down into bits and pieces and put back into action. And now that bit of equipment can now go off and hopefully will help someone out in the sticks or when they go camping and get some enjoyment out of it as well. So super happy. If this is the first time you're watching Micks Mowers, hit your subscribe button and whack your bell, set your notifications to all. That way you'll be told, one, I've done a video, or two, I'm on my Saturday night wiki live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. I look forward to seeing the next episode of Micks Mowers very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take her easy.